As far as tone goes, guys, this is pretty fucking dire.
One of the heads, he's got like a headlock. No, he's headlocking both heads.
Everything's flammable if you try hard enough.
Oh, Red, that's people. No.
That's the way we do it.
Dylan, you son of a bitch.
Dylan,
Doran does like a little hop.
The pigs start to combine into one super pig.
you're running away from your quarry? Drink our blood if you dare.
You're a coward.
Kalimvor, guide my hand.
Welcome back to Dice Shame, episode 41. It's all downhill.
MVP this week is Rick Freeman for being awesome, supportive, kind, and generally just having the best time with us in our Discord chat. Thank you, Rick.
We love you, Rick. Right now, we're facing some intense challenges as a species, and we just wanted to take a second to say thank you to everyone who's doing their part to combat the coronavirus pandemic by using physical distancing, quarantine, and infection control measures like wearing a mask in public. Also, huge shout out to folks in heavily affected areas who are attending to essential services. We really appreciate it.
We love you. Wear a fucking mask, people.
All right, do you want to roll some dice?
Let's roll.
So you're in the shit now, boys. The pig shit, but also the proverbial shit. The shit has hit the fan. There's a lot of good sayings with the word shit in it.
A lot of shit jokes.
What I'm coming to understand.
Yeah.
Also, there's a lot of detail to soak in, a lot of different stuff going on.
Yeah.
Can we recap the last, 30 seconds in this room?
Absolutely.
30 seconds ago, we were in the other room. We rescued Galvin.
Yeah.
We shoved a crossbow in Galvin's hand and said, Galvin, you need to be the lead. Go out there and get him.
So this half-elf dude from Golden Fields grabs the crossbow and then books it. And then you see movement pass these cavern tunnels. You see that there are bugbears, and then the Etten is hot on his trail.
Right.
24 seconds ago, Jack flicks his hand, gets Gryhook out of the thing. Red's over there talking to him. Gryhook runs out, takes Doran's lead.
And then Red recognizes the woman in this cage is the Duchess from the Humperat Villa.
Yeah.
Right.
She's being a jerk.
And then Doran tries to sneak. He drops his spear, tosses it to the barbarian. The bugbears are on it.
Yeah.
You cast grease.
That's been a busy 30 seconds. All right, I'm in there.
Red, what do you do?
I will step out of cover and I will fire at the bugbear. 22 to hit.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that will be 20 damage.
Wow. Okay, great.
I will attack again.
Do it.
22.
Oh.
That hits.
25 damage.
The bugbear falls over dead.
Nice.
He's dead?
Oof.
And I will duck back behind the cage.
Cool. It is our friend Gryhawk's turn. He hefts his javelin like he's about to kill this bugbear, and then another arrow flies by his head, and he looks around like...
And I give him a little, that's my job, buddy. I understand his role now.
There's no one in his direct range. The barbarian admires Red's handiwork and then hunkers down defensively. Next up, Doran. What do you do?
Doran immediately grabs out of his backpack his...
Grappling hook?
Yes. So he just tosses it and pulls the bugbear in through the grease.
Bugbear fishing.
Which makes it really great to pull him in.
Slip, slide
Sure.
away.
Yeah, no problem. So you accurately throw this
onto his belt.
grappling hook. It attaches to his...
Why does this bugbear have a belt?
It's a really nice belt, too.
I drag him in through the mud, and then I stuff him in the crevice, kind of the corner, whereabouts I'm standing.
Great. Yeah.
And continue to ready myself.
I love it.
You're going to be so fucking ready.
The readiest.
Taking a minute to skin the bugbear, and away we go.
Kraloth, you see these two bugbears enter the cavern that you're looking down into.
Yeah, I'm going to run into the other room and...
with us?
Yeah, with you guys. And just say, got two more coming. And I'm going to ready an attack for any bugbear that comes around the corner and gets into the space next to me.
Cool. Bugbear time.
Does anyone else picture bugbears as big bears with fly heads?
That's what I picture.
Because I can only think of an insect mashup.
Yeah.
I had this kind of vision of a bear, but then...
I know they're not. I just, every time I hear them, I always think of that.
What about a fly with a bear's head?
Right? I mean, an owl bear is an owl bear.
Right.
So where's the bug part of this? I want some insect wings.
Maybe they're just kind of annoying.
Okay.
Like they just kind of rub you the wrong way a little.
They're bugging
Yeah,
us.
yeah,
Get
bug.
out of here, you stupid bugbears.
So I'm going to take some of these turns piecemeal just to try to keep my head on straight because there's a lot of enemies that I have to deal with. So Kraloth, as you round the corner and ready your mace, indeed you are pursued by 2 bugbears. One of them stops within 5 feet of you and takes his morning star off of his back. You have a chance to attack.
Wa-ching! So that is a 15 to hit
Nice.
with my Mace of Deception.
No, you miss with a 15.
Damn it.
It was a trick. It was a good
Deceived
roll,
again.
But deceived by your own mace.
Another bugbear runs up, jumps over the wooden palisade, and finishes his turn in the square of grease that Jack just lately cast.
Sucker.
Why doesn't he give me a save? Dexterity, I believe. Looking for 15.
13.
I love the picture of the vault off the top of this 5-foot fence, lands on the ground, and then just hard on his ass.
Slides. Great. So dude is prone.
Light the grease on fire.
Is grease actually flammable?
Everything's flammable if you try hard enough.
With enough heat.
It doesn't specify.
Following very close behind the bugbear, the Etten charges up and is only able to get right behind the bugbear. Unfortunately, not in the grease. Wah, wah. And another bugbear joins the fray just behind the other Etten. So, Jack, it's your turn. You see this like tantalizing number of monsters coalesce around the grease in like this very
We all want to be burned.
please AoE us.
We're just waiting for a great ball of fire.
Yeah, we're going to do a 10-foot radius sphere that, with a sudden loud ringing noise, painfully erupts and does some thunder damage to these yahoos.
Wow.
15 Constitution save. That's probably a mistake.
Okay, con save.
Good luck.
Oh, wow. They all fail.
Nice.
I rolled 18
Nice.
thunder damage to each of them.
Thunder.
Da-da-da-na-na-na-na.
We don't have the rights to that song, guys.
Oh.
Do something like Thunder Wave for you.
Right, that one's very free.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. They're shook. Red, it's your turn.
I'm going to fire at the Etten.
Big boy.
He's been damaged, correct?
He has.
I will take my leave.
He is a
of him.
colossus.
8 to hit.
Oh boy.
Oh, sorry.
I'm going to attack again. There we go. 22 to hit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Left head to the right head.
25 damage to the right head. And I am still in cover, so I'll bend down again.
The barbarian moves 5 feet forward, hefts the javelin, and throws it at the Etten because the bugbear is prone.
All right.
That's my second natural one on my green
Oh,
dice.
Damn,
for
that was
shame.
Greyhawk.
Oh, so
Greyhawk
I
in
usually
my
I'm so
words.
confused. Usually I want.
I
Yeah.
know.
I know.
And now he doesn't have a weapon because he threw his javelin.
But on the plus side, he's one of the Nightstone 4 if he can't fucking hit anything. So
Nope.
good on it, buddy. You're part of the team officially now.
He just shrugs. He's like, oh. Doran, it's your turn.
All right.
You watch as this barbarian throws away one of your weapons.
I'm going to use my combat superiority die.
Do it.
6. So add a 6 to Red, take your shot. Come on. Fire at them.
Left head or right head?
Thanks, Doran. Do you want me to do it with my sharpshooter penalty?
Yes.
All right. Here we go. Going on the left head. I don't know. 14?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Hits.
Oh, yeah. They're big boys.
thank
Big targets.
34 damage.
Wow.
All right. Nice shot, Red.
Thanks, buddo. E?
I love the picture of an arrow out of each of these heads just stuck right out.
Yeah.
No, you get him in the stomach, and he, like, both of his hands, like, grab around where the arrow just
Put this in your belly.
is protruding
And you
from
start
him.
seeing orange-green bile.
Yuck.
And I give you the thumbs up, Doran, because you did good. And I like, because I got that blood still on my face from when Greyhawk touched me. And it's like coming off a little bit as I boom each of my bowstrings.
Kraloth, it's your turn. What do you want to do? You are, like, right up against 2 bugbears here.
Yeah, I got 2. I'm going to lean into it. So I'm going to step up into this space that kind of blocks off the entry.
Yeah, you get up toe-to-toe with him.
And I'm going to swing my mace, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 15 to hit. again.
No, that misses.
Oh,
Yeah,
These
sorry.
bugbears are tough to hit.
Just barely. And I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on myself as a bonus action.
Okay.
Up to 10 minutes, I get a +2 to my AC.
And is that a concentration spell?
It is concentration, yes.
Excellent. This Ettin's going to try to move through the grease to get up between Doran and the barbarian. It's going to make a dexterity save.
yeah. So a creature that enters the area or ends its turn there must also succeed a dexterity saving throw or fall prone.
Yeah, cool. So it's going to enter. And that's a natural one. That's the third natural one on this fucking green
Well, I'm going to
dice.
celebrate
Oh,
in the right
shame
way.
it.
Beautiful.
Three ones?
On
That's
your
a
ass,
shame.
Ettin.
Yeah,
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 for
yeah.
shame.
Give me that.
Shame.
For shame. No mercy.
Shame.
No mercy. All shame.
It's still going to try to attack Doran from prone. He's going to try to axe you, Doran.
From prone.
Yeah.
What a dick.
So the creature has disadvantage on his attack rolls, but he's still going to go for it because it's not a big deal. That's a 15 to hit.
And it misses. Doran does like a little hop.
Yeah, you just hop out of the way.
His weapon goes underneath my feet.
Yeah. Okay, bugbear's turn. So the bugbear that's in the grease is going to try to stand up for half of its movement and then uses the other half just to get on the other side of the Ettin because the Ettin is difficult terrain. It's like climbing up over the body of its...
Yeah.
Greasy giants climbing over each other.
The bugbear comes out on the other side of the Ettin, so it's menacing our barbarian friend, and it's going to roll to hit with its freaking weapons.
Get him, Gryhark.
And hits him once with the Morning Star. 8 damage to Gryhark.
8 damage to Gryhawk.
And he is bloodied.
No, Greyhawk!
Hold your ground, friend.
No.
And the bugbears attack Kraloth.
Come on, shield.
No, they miss.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's my shield.
Okay, this is like dodging.
I'm just holding it in front of me. That's like a shield you do.
Jack, it's your turn.
The bugbear that just swung at Gryhawk. Is it injured at all?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna point at it and hold my orb out and just have this dolorous bell try and call its soul to me. So make me a wisdom save.
That's a 10.
10 is not going to do it. So he can hit 8, 9, 10, 11 points of necrotic damage, please.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Nice.
Oh, he did?
It dissolves.
Withered husk covered in grease.
Oh, well done. Well done, Jack.
Awesome.
And just a nod to Gryhawk, like, I got you.
All right, Red, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
I am going to attack one of the bugbears with a 17 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Nice.
Nice. Finally, a hit on these bugbears.
28 damage.
Whoa!
Ooh, good hit, friend.
He's totally dead.
Yes.
Nice.
And I'm going to attack again with a dirty 20.
Whoa.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Another 25 damage.
Ouch.
Suck on that, you bugbear bastards!
Yeah, and I'm like still holding up my shield, and like I just lower it. They're both like dead,
Yep. They're so...
They're both dead?
Freaking dead, both of them.
like totally.
Totally.
Dead.
And you look over your shoulder at me, and I'm like, and Greyhawk's like, that's what he did to me too. And I'm like, that's right. It's my job. Everyone in the
That's my
cavern
buddy.
looks at me for a moment.
Doran's like, that's all he does.
I do really appreciate this image of Kraloth, like shield in hand, like holding the whole
Yeah.
egg, like this
Oh,
whole
of
doorway to
course.
like keep us safe
He's
in
keeping
this
you guys
bubble.
from being
Like, this is a good-
overrun.
Stalwart.
Who's the real Iron Door?
So our friend Gryhawk jumps on the Ettin
Nice.
that's like down on the ground in freaking grease and is trying to grapple him.
And Doran's like, that's the way we do it.
Yeah, so this barbarian just jumps on a giant and is trying to like pin it to the ground because he's badass.
Yeah.
And somehow he succeeds.
Fuck yeah,
Nice.
Pinning a fucking Ettin. He's like,
Gryhawk for treasure.
Yeah, so the Ettin can no longer move right now.
fuck yeah.
Nice.
Which is so
Good
sick.
job, Greyhawk.
And Gryhawk has like
Brave.
3 hit points left and he's like, "Ah!"
I picture Gryhawk like giving this sleeper hold. He's like underneath.
Yeah.
He's doing a wrestling move.
One of the heads, he's got like a headlock. And no, he's headlocking both heads.
It's a figure 4 leg lock.
No. One head.
Doran, it's your turn. I mean, this Ettin is like being headlocked right in front of you in a pool of grease.
That's the way we do it. And he starts to hack at the other head, like the neck, right?
Yeah.
He's going to take this head clean off if he can.
Doran likes nothing better than a neck.
You have advantage to attacking a prone creature.
I have advantage. Right. Okay, that's a 26 to hit
Nice.
Yeah, I should say so.
with a 13 damage
Nice.
Okay.
for the first hit.
Yeah, he's just barely clinging to life. You're like 3/4 of the way through the neck.
Chop it off.
One more swing.
And that doesn't hit. That's a
How do you know?
11.
Oh.
Luck.
Yeah, you can use your luck. We don't know whether or not they hit.
So on a luck, I
Yeah.
just re-roll one die. Okay, well, that's better at a 14.
Yeah, you
I think
hit.
it does.
Nice.
And doing 11 more damage.
Beautiful.
Oh, you take his head clean off.
Nice. And you see this like sick image of Doran just like hacking. And yes, it's only 2 attacks, but let's say he takes like 6 swings. He just like gets right through it.
Of course.
Time. It's like, until it's completely separated from the body.
I don't know if you've ever met a creature before that delights in this blood sport as much as you do, because Gryhawk is like grabs a palm full of this hot arterial blood and like splashes it all over his chest.
Yes! Cut it off!
Does Gryhawk have a beard?
Yeah, he does.
Brother?
Yes.
It's a beard bloodying competition if I ever saw one.
And I'm like,
Violet Humprod, you watch this! Watch this!
I grab his hand and I do that thing, you know, not like a handshake, but the
Yeah.
the fantasy handshake from earlier.
That's the
He doesn't know what it is.
He still doesn't know what it
He
is.
tries to put some blood on you.
No, that's
Dylan, you son of a bitch.
Dylan. Oh.
either one of those, the forearm grab or the Dylan, you son of a bitch, that one. And I pull him up and he's to his feet now and I say, nicely done.
That's some blade. Kraloth, so there are 2 bugbear bodies just riddled with arrows at your feet. You watch from the corner of your eye as Doran takes off the head of this Etten and like makes a bromance with this barbarian. There's another bugbear just around the corner. And that's all you see right now. What do you do?
Kraloth's going to join the fray. He's going to move down to kind of the middle of the room and stops himself from going over that grease, sees it there, and he's going to cast Sacred Flame on this here last bugbear.
And while you're casting, there's just like these 2 people in front of you, like rubbing blood all over their bodies in this romantic,
All over each other.
ghost movie type scene. We're like, oh, yeah.
He did it with me first.
Cutting back and forth with soft music is the
Careless whisper.
I
so-
was just going to say,
You can make me a dexterity saving throw.
watch me go. That's a 19.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah, so he just like fucking matrixes right out of the way. Doom, 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 doom.
Blast!
Yeah, and actually, as you miss him, he just takes off. He starts running. He goes west.
Can't let that happen.
All right. It's up to you guys.
Jack, it's your turn.
I would love to dismiss the grease then.
Great. You dismiss the grease as an action. It like bubbles and then just soaks down into the dirt floor.
Amazing.
And then I'm going to move over to this family in the cage
Uh-huh.
and be ready to escort them out of here.
Cool. Red, what do you do?
Red is going to head out after that bugbear, moving his full feline agility, which is 60 feet. And once I exit outside, do I see any other enemies?
Yeah, so first you see the bugbear, that's your quarry. He's running up the ramp to the west, moving toward the room that you saw the giant in earlier.
Uh-oh.
You also see 3 bugbears exiting through the eastern corridor that leads toward the 2 sleeping giants from before.
Okay, but they don't see me right now.
Not that you can tell.
Okay. I'm going to end my pass without trace. I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on this guy for a bonus action. And he's damaged?
Yeah.
Perfect. Here we go. 17 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
30 damage.
Oh,
Clean through the back of the skull.
Nice.
He collapses.
Nice.
And Red just looks back again to the barbarian who's standing in the doorway and he goes, I told you.
He like throws a chunk of flesh at you in celebration.
And I catch it in my mouth. And I turn around and head back into the room.
Oh, Red, that's people. No.
No, you know what? I have another action. Can I just turn around and see if those other bugbear do notice me at all? Or are their backs clearly to me?
The backs are clearly to you. They're moving through that.
Yeah, then I won't push my luck. I'm just going to sort of crouch. Or...
It's only 120 feet.
I think they know what's going on. They're leaving the room, right?
Mm.
Yeah, I think they're...
We've raised the alarm.
Okay, then I'm going to fire at the one at the back. because there's no downside at this point.
Yeah. Attack the back.
Back attack.
Christopher is rolling rocks tonight. That is a 21 to hit.
Christopher, nicely done.
C-R-E.
And I rolled full on my damage die. 25 damage.
Oh, almost. He takes a knee, but stands up again.
And I shout at him.
You're running away from your quarry? Come, drink our blood if you dare.
And I'll say it with my most intimidating ability.
Sounds like you're trying to persuade
I
them.
was going to say,
That came out of somewhere deep in red.
sounds like you've been drinking Etten blood.
Whatever. I mean, I just ate a chunk of Etten flesh from this barbarian. So
This is the most riled up we've ever seen Red.
I think so. When I let the barbarian out, he wiped some blood on my face.
Yeah.
Which Red is sort of a character where he's really excited to act a little bit. If that hasn't come across clearly in me, he really loves playing along with people in town and the kids. So he sort of took this as a bit of a acting cue where the barbarian's like, "You're one of us now," and he's really playing into this idea. Watching Doran chop off the head and the barbarian strangling the Etten, he's kind of like, "Yeah, I'm one of the guys too," and he's really sort of breathing life into this faux barbarian, despite he's not really believing it, but he's kind of excitedly playing along.
Cool.
And I picture the pigs are all looking at you with stars in their eyes, like, we're gonna be free.
Pig rebellion.
Yes.
It's the barbarian's turn. Looking around, he doesn't see any combatants, but Red is giving him thumbs ups and stuff. So I guess he's gonna run out to you, Red, and he's like, "What now?"
They're leaving, which means they're going to get that giant we passed by on the way here. Prepare for a second wave.
He's just gonna start putting his insides back in his body because he's basically almost dead.
Ooh.
Right.
Do you guys think we should head upstairs to this western door where we were kind of trying to sneak and just try to cut off? If we're going to be facing giants, don't we want to cut off the head of the snake?
I want to free the family and kids.
I guess my question is, where do you guys want to move next?
You guys can drop out of initiative now if you want, but stuff will be happening behind the scenes depending on how long you take to do things.
I look over to Jack.
Yeah, I move my hands and the earth moves with it, creating a way for this family to get out with Kieran leading the way.
Yeah, they all crawl out. They murmur their gratitude, but all of them are kind of standing in a tight clump.
And I guess Doran kind of yells,
So, where are we heading? Are we going upstairs to take off the head of the snake?
Red walks in sort of panting. Yes, I think we should stick with the original plan. We've alerted them. There's 15 giants in this facility. I think it makes sense to just push ahead and try to kill the chieftain while we can.
I agree. As quickly as possible because it's going to be a hornet's nest here in a little bit.
Krayla, the kids, the woman in a cage, what do we do?
You think we can make this an escort mission?
I don't know what to do.
She peeks out from underneath her hands and realizes that the enemies are gone for now. And she sort of brushes herself off and she's like, "You let them out of their cages, this filthy barbarian and this peasant family."
Yeah, but they don't summon demons. Or devils, sorry, I'll be specific.
Well, I guess if it suits your morals, then you can leave me here to die in the dirt.
Let's talk about this for a second, fellas.
I agree. I'm starting to think twice.
I gesture to move over out of earshot of this woman. Why don't we want to let this woman free?
This is Violet Humprat. She's the one who owned the mansion. If we let her go, first off, Phallus goes right back into slavery. Second, we don't have a cool new hidey house. And three, she's evil.
Evil is perspective.
Yeah, those are all very good points. And she'll probably want her shield and mace back.
Yeah, and we don't want to get rid of more loot. We need it. Anyway, you decide. And Red's going to head out and start scouting ahead towards the west.
Okay.
If we leave her alive, she may eventually escape and cause us some trouble down the road. And if we kill her, then we're just murderers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Jack has sort of deferred to you on looking for some moral guidance on the issue of Violet. I think he's recognized in himself some prejudice towards this devilry, and he's not into it.
I picture Kraloth as sitting there in thought. He's so enveloped in his own thoughts. He looks at us, and both Jack and I are looking at Kraloth.
Kraloth has this sinking feeling of this is a difficult decision that he's had to make before. I'll take care of it.
Red, you look in on this large room. 3 giant-sized tables dominate the center of the room. All of them are spattered with blood. On top of the far northern one, 2 pig carcasses sit partially butchered. And behind the table, the blood-stained giant you'd seen earlier, wielding an axe, stares at you as you round the corner. In front of the table, crouched, is a terrifying-looking creature, slavering and slobbering. Also, its eyes trained on you. This creature is quadrupedal.
Which means it walks on all fours?
I'm lying, actually. This is a tripedal creature.
Oh no!
Right.
That's one less leg.
Got 3 legs?
Trilateral symmetry.
Those exist?
It does now.
Did it lose a leg?
So this creature is large. It's got beige, rubbery-looking skin.
Yeah.
It's got 3 big, thick, elephantine-looking legs with big nails, and it supports this giant face full of teeth.
What the
It's
fuck?
got a big, long tongue. It's salivating a lot. You don't really see any eyes to speak of.
Sounds like something from Ghostbusters.
Yeah. And on top of this huge creature's back, it has these 3 long tentacles that are kind of waving in the air, and each tentacle is topped with vicious looking spines.
So then you know
Super
what? I
gross.
reverse Red's comment. What he really says is, "What the fuck?" Because I have no idea what I'm looking at. Because you said tripedal, so automatically my simple brain goes to a triangle. So there's this triangle, fleshy, rubbery creature with arms on its head and a lot of teeth.
Yep.
And Red is scared.
That's about right.
Perfect.
They're pretty fun, and they're very hungry, and everyone roll for initiative.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Da, 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 da. I discarded my green dice, and I'm starting on a new purple set.
Purple, eh?
Is there anything else you should know about this? Does it have spikes all over its body? Are there
What, the die?
dice?
Don't roll a die that has a spike on its
Has
body.
it got teeth on its feet?
Its teeth have eyes,
And-
and its eyes have teeth.
It's got a beer hat on.
Tooth teeth.
All right, Red, what did you get?
I got a 21.
Nice. Kraloth?
13.
Doran?
I also got a 13.
Ooh.
Doran, I say you go first.
All right, I'll go first.
Jack?
20.
All right.
What did you do again, Red?
I got a 21.
Oh, wow.
Which is good because I'm going to need it.
I can't imagine this thing running in a very straight line.
It's only got 3 legs.
Yeah.
How fast could it be? Haven't you seen that car from Mr. Bean?
The Reliant Robin.
I said we just push it over.
Red, start us off.
Red is going to turn and bolt. There's this huge pig pen in the center of this room.
That's right.
How far is it from the ramp down to the pig pen area?
It's about a 10-foot drop. You could like slide down on your bum.
Yeah, so I'm thinking I want to hide in and amongst these pigs because
Ooh, I like that.
it's sort of the most cover in this large area. And I mean, I got to make a gamble here that this thing that I think was described without eyes can't see that well. So Red is going to turn around. I'm going to bolt down into the depths of the pig, probably to the most cluster-filled area.
I want you to roll animal handling.
Oh, wow. So my animal handling is +5, which
Yeah,
Oh.
you're good.
never
at this.
used. First time.
I said you got pig sense.
Well, not only that, I'm the ranger. I forget. Because I'm so badass.
Send the pigs in as the army.
Send in the pigs.
Can I roll with advantage because I smell a bit like Doran?
No.
That doesn't help you here.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
No, that's bad.
Come on.
What did you
What'd you get?
roll?
Rolled a 7.
Whoa.
Okay.
Total.
Ooh.
As you drop down into this pit, you startle the pigs that you're trying to hide in and amongst, and they go running.
So I still have an action though, right?
Yeah, there's a trough right beside you.
Yeah.
You could definitely take cover behind it, try to hide.
I'm going to jump into the trough and I'm going to hold my breath and I'm going to sink down beneath this sloppy
Whoa. All right.
Gross.
I don't know if there's enough slop to like swim in, but you can definitely lie down in the trough and like pile scraps on top of you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
And
I don't know why, but that grosses me out more than blood and guts.
Slop?
because you're desensitized.
Ew.
And right before I
Carrot
stick my
peels.
head below, I'm going to yell out to the barbarian. I think was still sort of in the doorway, was he not?
I think he moved in a little bit.
Well, either way, I'll just say, "There's a giant coming, boys!" And I stick my head below.
Roll stealth.
I like picture this. He's sitting there and he just goes, "There's a giant boy."
22.
Just this blur off the top of the cliff.
Flops back.
Your voice echoes through the chamber, and you hear the sound of footsteps upstairs increase in speed and intensity.
Oh boy.
Jack, it's your turn. You hear Red call out to you from his trough.
It's So what's Kraloth doing right now?
Kraloth has a dark look in his eyes.
All right, we're gonna get you out of here, but you're gonna need to hide for a moment.
You're talking to the family?
To the family, yeah.
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 And I'm gonna close my eyes and, as Kieran, fly up and see what's going on 30 feet above us.
That's a great idea. Through one of the holes.
Great idea.
That's my action.
You send your Tressum up
Yeah.
into the next room?
Yeah. I mean, we need to know what's going on up there.
Cool plan. Kieran sees many things.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So Kieran gets up, flies through the room, this like stinking pig room, up through this 20-foot diameter hole, crisscrossed with a lattice work of wood, shoots up through the ceiling and lands on the floor in this room and takes a good look around.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I think my I've lost my senses. I'm riding Kieran's back. I wanna like experience it through their eyes.
Kieran perches on the edge of this hole and observes a feasting hall. They see 8 huge, giant-sized tables laden with food in state of rot and disarray. Food is just caked all over the floor. There are a ton of rats here.
What are they doing?
Kieran sees 6 giants in this room.
Gee.
Holy shit.
The largest of which by far must be Chief Ga. She is sitting at the west end of this hall, slumped atop a 4-wheeled flatbed wagon, bending and creaking under her great bulk. She's clutching a half-eaten goat to her, as well as a shell in one of her arm folds.
Conch.
She is monstrously overweight. She must weigh more than 20,000 pounds.
Ooh. Wow. Whoa. Whoa.
That's a lot.
Yeah, dude, she's straight up the biggest living creature Kieran has ever seen.
Would levitate work on her?
No.
Kieran also sees this walkway lining the perimeter of this room, atop which there are goblins perched. And as Kieran just looks around at all of this, an arrow sings out of the side of the room at them.
Oh.
These goblins are so alert, ready for anything right now.
All right then.
16 to hit.
That will hit.
Oh.
Bye, Kieran.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
That's what it sounds like every time a familiar is lost.
Avi, the and good night.
5 piercing damage.
Oh, they've got 5 hit points exactly.
Every time a bell rings, a familiar Tressum loses its wings.
Disapparated by an arrow.
Kieran gets straight up skewered by an arrow and then poofs out of...
Oh.
Oh, I love the image of her like falling back into the hole and like disappearing as she falls.
Yeah.
So,
The average Asian elephant weighs 4,000 kilograms. Or 2.5 Asian elephants. That's ridiculous.
Holy.
Maybe we should take out the support beams. Maybe that was a good play.
yeah, so that's what you see.
Jeez Louise.
As far as tone goes, guys, this is pretty fucking dire.
Yeah.
Like we had Galvin get killed. Now Kieran is down.
Yeah.
We've got the barbarian who's running out. Like this is almost like a slasher movie. Like
Stir preparing your next character.
Okay, Jack, that was your turn,
Yeah.
right? Okay, we got a giant turn.
How lucky.
Stomping, stomping, and walking and stomping on you. You.
Joe's like basking in heaven. She's like, I've got all the power. But little does she know, there's a little tiny foxy character with a stinging pointy arrow thing.
We have a nuke. Beep.
Nuke the place!
So this giant moves, and you don't know what happens. It's our barbarian friend's turn. He's just going to go and recover as many javelins as he can fucking carry from all of the bugbear corpses.
Perfect.
And that's his turn.
How many does he obtain?
He gets 12.
Okay.
Doran, what do you do?
I wonder if he'll give me 1 or 2.
Yeah, of course. How many do you want?
Give me
12.
4.
Yeah,
12.
definitely. So he goes, he does a javelin hunt, and then he drops some off at your front door.
Noisily.
Thank you.
Doran, what do you do now?
I'm torn, guys. Red is over there in one of those pig feeder things, and it sounds like there's a giant in that next room, and it's kind of scaring me if he's hiding from it. I don't know. What do you think, Jack? What do we do about the woman?
I can blow open that far wall. With the water pushing behind it, I bet it's ready to go.
Oh my God.
If we escape now, we bring these captives back to Goldenfields, we can tell Goldenfields where the hill giants are and maybe bring some reinforcements back with us.
I guess, you know what? If this is what we're going to do, I guess Doran's going to start moving towards what would be the exit. And maybe I motion towards the family. I wave my hand.
Come with me.
Okay.
We're going to get out of here.
We can have them act on your turn. Doran plus family. So Doran, you take this family with you and you travel south, right? You're going to go out the south of this cavern through a hole that will soon be blown in this dam wall.
Yep.
That's the plan.
Okay,
Jesus.
crazy. I think the family might have some trouble moving over.
That's okay, because I'm just
The
leading the way. I'm trying to kind of like
gate?
guide them, right? They can be trailing behind because there's obviously no enemies in close proximity
Not that you know of.
that I know of.
Kraloth, it's your turn. What do you do? So it's you and the barbarian and Jack in this prison room still with the Duchess in a cage.
Kraloth sees Doran take the kids away, and he looks to Jack and he looks to this Uthgar barbarian. He says, "Go on. I'll be right behind you."
Okay. Gryhark is going to follow Doran.
I think I like where this is going, Kraloth.
It's such a Doran thing to say. Somebody's going to lose their head. I'm into it.
Red, you hear a voice inside your head. It sounds slippery.
Ooh.
It sounds sharp.
Uh-oh.
It speaks a terrifying language you don't understand just to you.
Thank God I don't understand it. Ew, get out of my brain.
Like that.
Okay.
Gross.
It's your turn now.
Thank God. I was like, please don't make me do a saving throw.
No, you just hear it. Something communicate with you.
I mean, I have to defer because I don't technically know what you guys are doing.
Okay.
Can I drop an initiative behind Jack?
Yeah. You know, when you're really little and you're playing hide and seek and you can like hear the blood in your ears and you can hear people get closer to your hiding place and you're just waiting.
Yeah.
And you're just waiting. It's like that.
I do know.
Waiting for something to hide me.
Waiting for something to happen.
Except the thing that's finding me is this horrendous, horrific
So
giant.
you're playing hide and seek with a giant and a
Yay.
terrifying tripedal monster. Jack, what do you do?
Jack is going to start following Doran and the family and trying to get into position where he can see and get in fireball range of the southern part of the dam where that river's flowing through the wall.
Okay. So where are you going in this big room?
So I'm trying to get to a spot just sort of behind one of the pillars, taking a little bit of shelter from that western door and with a good clear view down the river, like straight shot bowling towards the...
Okay, so you want to be like a third of the way towards the northern wall and 2/3 of the way from the southern wall.
Yeah, I sort of run by, I give Kraloth like put my hand against his shoulder as I walk by, and then I go to catch up with Doran and his family, and I might shout, "Red, give us some cover."
Red, you hear the murmuring of your friends moving into this large room. They don't see you.
Yeah.
Do you want to move back to now or do you want to wait?
Yeah, I'll pop up from the muck and I'll look around and I'll see Jack moving towards the river and the barbarian and all the kids sort of running.
And Doran.
There's really no other explanation other than they must be retreating, because why on earth would the kids be like running in the same direction as Jack along with Doran, along with everybody? So while he may not know the end result of this plan, Red is going to hop out and he's going to move as far as he can to the direction that they're heading.
Yeah. So where do you end up?
Yeah, I'll move 60 feet towards the general direction that Jack was heading.
Oh, it's such a big room.
Okay, so you all see this blood-stained giant come barreling out of the western room, holding a great club now and an axe as well in either hand, and he roars.
You're taking our pigs?
He like doesn't get it.
He's pretty excited about murdering all of you. And that's what he does. It's our barbarian's turn, Gryhark. He's going to pick up a kid.
Yeah.
And he starts running.
Hoist him.
Want to leave with a present?
No.
No, it's like a spin-off where he's got a little adopted child and like it's like Greyhawk and Anthony and they're like running through the fields. He's like teaching Anthony how to hunt. And
So they end up
Can I go home?
midway through the room by the river.
an orphan.
And he's just like carrying this kid. And the mom's like, Anthony. But, you know, the kid's like laughing on the back of this barbarian whose intestines are still kind of spilling out of his gut. All right, Doran and family, what do you do?
Doran watches the barbarian run by with a kid.
Daddy.
They're not for eating, he says. And avoid the holes in the floor above you.
Yeah.
I yell quite obviously now. I think Red can hear us at this point.
I still don't know what's happening, but I'm running. I'm into it. I'm like excited. But it's like, okay. Because he's seen what's up. He doesn't know what's up, but he knows what's up.
The family comes with you. Kraloth, it's your turn. So you're staying behind.
Kraloth looks at this woman who's standing there defiantly before him, clutching onto his holy symbol.
She's like, thief.
He sheathes his mace and doesn't really pay too much attention to what she says. And he says, Kelemvor, I know what I'm about to do is going to shift the balance. But I'm not going to risk my friends by keeping her on this plane.
You think you're so brave, taking care of me, defenseless woman in a cage. You're a coward.
Kelemvor, guide my hand. And behind her, my scythe appears and swipes to cut her down.
She collapses to the floor.
And with a grim countenance that hasn't been on his face ever since he met these people, he looks down, he dismisses his weapon, and begins to sprint towards the exit.
Kraloth, you get inspiration, my friend. Very
Oh,
cool.
so good.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's
Thank
a
you.
tough
Thank
call
you.
to make.
Very tough call, and who knows if he made the right one.
It's a heavy moral decision. Yeah.
Everyone sees this monster emerge hot on the heels of this giant. This beige-colored, fleshy creature, tentacles tipped with spines waving.
Doran just exclaims,
I see why you hid Red. Ugh.
Jack, it's your turn.
Jack makes the rest of the 60 feet to the spot where he's got his shot lined up, but is out of breath, winded, waiting for a moment to get there.
You get to the river's edge, surrounded by pigs.
Yeah, edge of the river, looking down, pulls out his orb and is like lining up his shot.
Cool. Red, it's your turn.
I'm going to run up to the water's edge, closest to the southern hole where all the water's pooling and pouring out. I'm going to get a little bit of cover there, try to hide my view partially from the giant and that weird-looking creature. And you know what? I'm going to use my feline agility to move 60 feet, which still gives me my action. And I might as well turn around and shoot an arrow or two off at that little weird dog-looking thing.
You read my mind.
You read my mind.
Read your mind?
Red-handed Robin, your mind.
Yada, 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 yada.
I'll cast Hunter's Mark as a bonus action. Why not? Maybe I can kill it before we get out of this place. And here we go. Oh, no. That is a miss.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'll attack again. 12?
No.
No, I missed both shots. Damn. And I, just tuck away back like I was. I'm not hidden, but I'm sort of obscured.
The arrows clatter off of the slope that these two monsters stand on top of.
I'm just doing covering fire. I wasn't trying to hit, I swear. I look nervously towards the barbarian who's like looking at me like, huh? This isn't what I do. Don't look at me.
Warning shot.
After you slayed like 8.
So the giant just like runs down the steep slope,
Oh my god.
picks up a pig and throws it at you, Doran.
Oh, shit.
So this is how we're doing it now, eh?
Who wants bacon?
12 misses.
Well, it's a pig. What do you expect? They don't fly.
That's it. That's all he does. He throws a pig at you and he misses with the pig. It's the barbarian's turn. He's just going to hold Anthony in his strong arms and race down the riverbank, down south towards where you're standing, Red. Okay, so Doran.
Doran continues to run south, and peering to his right, he sees this giant storming towards him, and this freaking crazy creature. He exclaims to Jack,
You better know what you're doing, Jack.
I got my shot. Get towards the end.
Better work.
Okay, Kraloth. Blood of the innocent on your hands.
Thanks for that.
Not innocent. Oh, don't throw that around.
I mean,
Oh, no,
she's not innocent, but our motivations for killing her are kind of fucked.
Yeah,
So
that's fair.
There's a bit of a fucked
Oh yeah.
upness about
Oh
this.
yeah. It's a very selfish motivation.
What do you do, Kraloth?
Kraloth runs.
Good. It's like that very short Bible verse. Jesus wept.
Run!
Kraloth's got all these emotions, but Kraloth runs.
Kraloth runs.
Kraloth runs 60 feet out of the room with the cages and towards the fence along towards the east.
Nice.
That's got to be tough terrain there. There's pigs and shit. And
Don't do this. Don't start. Because then we're going to have to be.
Yeah,
through
how many
difficult
pigs
terrain.
did you have to shoulder your way past?
I was just a joke. Good point.
You know what?
She'll do it.
This monster schlorps its way down the hill at you, schlorpingly.
It's slurping after us.
Red. The pigs part to allow it safe passage.
I'm going to control my pigs. Pigs, attack it. The pig whisperer.
The pigs start to combine into one super pig.
A mech warrior pig. A pig warrior. I climb in the top.
Oink.
He just
No.
fires other pigs on it. Dunk, 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 dunk.
Shooting. a pig.
Red, your psyche is assaulted again, this time by images. You see
Boobs.
images of this hill giant butcher dismembering pigs, and you see it shot after shot of this giant doing terrible things and like enjoying it to these pig carcasses.
So that imagery dances through Red's mind, and it's not that makes him stop and sort of feel terror. But what it does is it triggers that little image of the infernal puzzle box that's been burned into his cornea. It incites that. And for a moment, these images are flashing through his brain. He's like, oh. And then that hits, and he's just, the wind gets sucked from his lungs as he sees it. And instinctively, he shoots his head to the right, and he sees Jack. And at the same moment, Jack has the exact same feeling because they're linked. It's not just the puzzle box has burned itself into them, it's done it together at the same time. So not only does Red feel the wind get sucked from his lungs, but for a moment, Jack does, without even understanding why, has that same feeling.
I love the idea of there's that just you look north along the river to him and there's that flash of that image in Jack's eye, like just a bright spot, like you're looking at
Yeah.
a cat at night. You just see that like
Yeah.
burned.
And you're
into
looking
his
at me
eyeball.
too. Like we both, like no matter what's happening, we're both like, whoa. And we're like, oh shit.
Jack, what do you do?
I point my finger downriver and a bright streak flashes and a ball of flame blossoms from the end there with an explosive roar of flames and fire. And
Ooh.
I hopefully demolish that wall.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, roll damage. I mean, you don't have to roll to hit. The wall's not going to evade you.
Dodge.
It's going to evade me. 36 fire damage to that wall.
Fuck it. Yeah, you blow a fucking hole right in the side
Yeah!
of the Grudhog. Mud and logs explode outwards in this shower of fire, and water just hisses and evaporates from the intense heat, and then just starts spewing out down over the hillside.
Prison break! What?
You've made like a pretty decent sized hole. I would say like a 10-foot wide hole.
Is it pig to red sized?
Picture it being like the Death Star when it obliterates Alderaan. It's like,
I shout as loud as I can in giant, I'm the biggest and baddest one here. You come after me. And I start running north towards Kraloth.
I am not saying this jokingly. You're so brave for doing that.
Well, you got
Jack.
to. There's fucking children down that way.
So
This
brave.
got to get these
So
monsters away
brave.
from them.
I know.
Sweet brave boy.
And I turn back to the children. Well, right after that thing explodes, I say, "That's my friend."
Red, it's your turn.
I shake the image of the infernal puzzle box from my psyche. And with this open, I'm going to just provide cover while the children move past me, I suppose.
Cool.
I will attack the bizarre looking creature that's been sort of on me. Natural 20!
Nicely done.
And on a critical hit, you roll twice.
I rolled max damage on 2 of my die.
Nice.
Okay.
That was
How
beautiful.
much?
I'm going to count.
Very good, Alex.
Crunching the numbers.
33 damage.
Awesome.
Hey, that's pretty good.
And I will attack again.
Do so.
Did you roll twice for that?
Oh, no. 7. Miss.
Yeah, that misses.
And I'll go right next to the hole in the water. How deep is the water?
It's like 5 feet deep. I mean, it's like pretty quickly draining, but right now that's how deep it
And
is.
it's probably
Yeah.
more current.
I mean, I guess all those kids could just jump in the water, couldn't they?
When they're dead?
And just like that, let the river take. I mean, when it's their turn. I'm going to go across the river and I'm going to head down to the other side of the doorway to hopefully provide some last bit of firing if anybody needs it.
Jack, you look across the river after your successful fireball, just in time to see 2 hill giants emerge from
Ugh.
the eastern corridor, the one that you guys had first used to enter this underground cavern.
Oh, fuck.
2. What
Yep,
the hell?
2 of them. Each of them pick up rocks to throw at you, Jack.
Meanies throwing rocks.
They're so mean.
Mean.
Natural 1.
Oh, nice.
Woo.
And the other one comes crashing in at a 26.
So the first one's going to miss, and the second one is going to catch me square in the ribs.
Yikes.
Winding me, I'm sure, at best.
Let's see how much damage it does, guys.
Uh-oh.
Yikes. Oh, boy.
Boy, oh boy.
25 damage.
Right.
The other giant gets up right behind this family that's running for the hills and starts swiping at them with the great club.
Oh.
18 to hit, and the giant hits the father, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
And kills him.
Oh, god damn.
Yeah. Attacks again with a natural 19, so that's 27 to hit the mother.
Jesus Christ.
And I mean, that's 15 damage, so
So only the kid is left.
only the kid is left and running.
With Doran,
Yeah, the sister's name is Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, and Anthony.
That's right.
Kid's the orphan.
Sorry, guys, but that's D&D for you.
That's life, man. Sometimes you get squished by a giant club.
I mean, they were in the cages to be eaten, so we at least gave them a fighting chance.
The barbarian is going to drop the child by the water and run back over to where the giant is and interpose himself in front of the little girl and is going to try to stab at him with a javelin because that's what barbarians do. And misses him.
No.
Well done, Barbarian.
Well done. So now it is the orcs' turn. What? Orcs? Yes. Orcs. Coming in through the main wooden double doors, they get pushed open. Creak! 5 orcs march. They've got their great axes out and they
Great.
take the lay of the land so everyone sees them enter the battlefield.
Axes.
All right, Doran and Elizabeth.
Doran pivots on his spot. He sees the giant smash this kid's parents to oblivion and tells the kid, "Get going!" Immediately runs up, axe out.
Nice.
Roll to hit.
Because that's going to be the way to get these people out of there. And he's going to try and hit with a 13.
Yeah, that hits.
All right.
Oh, wow. I'm actually surprised.
Beautiful.
2.
Okay. 13 damage.
Nice.
All right.
And I'm going to swing and attack again
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you slash them with your axe.
with a 21 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
8 damage. But I'm going to use my action surge
All right.
and
Really taking it personally. I like this.
22.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
9 damage.
Yep.
And takes 2 heavy swipes against the shins of this giant, slashing each time, cutting off pieces of flesh like it were a Christmas turkey. and exposing the shin bones and ankle bones of this giant as he stands
It wouldn't be
there.
Doran if the description wasn't gross. I don't know what I was expecting.
Yep.
I love it.
It's always got to be gross.
Yeah, the
Hill giants are gross.
The giant screams in agony. It's still got its great club in its hand, so the little
course.
girl uses her action to disengage.
Good.
So that he doesn't get an attack of opportunity. So she like dekes around and he's like swinging at her and trying to kill this little girl, and she just dodges out from in between his legs. She shoots you a smile, Doran, through the tears, and then she runs up to her brother, grabs him around the middle, and then both of them just like throws them into the water and they start floating downstream.
And in that glance, Doran glances back, blood splashing through his smile.
That girl's so fucking badass.
Run away, little child, run away.
All right, Kraloth, what do you do?
Live a long and prosperous life.
Kraloth, get to Galvin. I can get us out of here.
You gonna be okay?
I'm meeting you there.
So Kraloth hops the fence and he runs towards Galvin's body. And how quickly can you get us out of here, Jack?
Instantaneously. Get as close to that waterfall as you can. We're going to blow this place up and get a good flow in here.
As close to the waterfall?
Yep, get right up on it. I'll be right there. I'm right behind you.
Well, next is a weird slimy monster with tentacles. So,
It's a Doran problem. Okay.
Doran, as you make this super brave stand,
Known as the Doran problem.
Doran, as you make this super brave stand against this butcher hill giant, this creature just slides up behind you, and you see it. You turn around, and it's terrifying. It's big. It's like bigger than a horse.
Doran goes, "Oh,
It's warg-sized. Oh, my God.
What in the actual fuck?
I mean, it's gonna hit you with a tentacle, or it's gonna try to hit you with a tentacle. 17 to hit.
no."
Yes.
So it misses you. Okay, well, there you go.
One of its slimy tentacles whip by me and slaps on the ground like a pool noodle in a pool.
That's exactly right.
Pop.
Jack, what do you do?
Jack dashes 30 feet towards the waterfall, grabs a hold of Kraloth, who's holding on to the body of Galvin Dragonmoor, and then Jack explodes in a thunderous, shaking roar and rematerializes 300 feet to the south, outside of the dam proper, just where all the water is spilling out the hole that his fireball had opened, looking up, waiting to catch the kids as they flow out.
Amazing. Yeah, you just see red up at the top of the dam through the hole.
Let's go!
Red, it's your turn. What do you do?
Can I quickly do an insight just to see which of these creatures might be more damaged? With a natural 20!
Wow. It's a close race.
I will take 2 quick shots at that squiggly monster creature. Because I think I still have Hunter's Mark on it. With a natural 1.
For shame. Get that die out of here.
Fart sound.
This was Christopher Ryan Evans. Christopher,
Get rid of it.
you have served me well these past
Shame.
5 or so episodes. But I think, my friend, this purpley die is going to be officially shamed and sent to you as our great old one Patreon supporter. That's right. Because you have supported us on Patreon, this die is now being shipped and sent off to you.
C-R-E,
Goodbye,
C-R-E.
friend.
For shame, may it do for you better than it did for us.
Yes.
And I'm going to open a brand new set of die.
Ooh, what color are we looking at?
Listen to the rap.
These are black and red.
Nice.
They're very gorgeous. I'm very excited. And I'm going to pull this out for my second attack against this creature. Here we go. I'm going to name this one Saucy.
Saucy.
I like
That's a saucy name.
Come on,
I
Saucy.
like it like that.
Some sauce on this
Smother
one.
it.
17.
Nice.
Not bad, Saucy.
Yeah, that hits.
23 damage.
Grisplot.
Good stuff.
Hey, all right.
Slather that sauce.
Cool.
Well done, Saucy. And with the remainder of my turn, I am going to hop into the water next to me and let the water take me down.
Just float gently downstream. Okay, it's the giant's turns. The one that's beside Doran and Gryhark is going to take a swing at Gryhark with its club. That's a natural 17, so that hits easily
Oh, no.
and kills him.
No!
Oh, Gryhark.
Greyhawk, whatever your name was, you will be remembered.
Dead.
You were good to us.
The hill giant is going to attack Doran.
But of course,
Hang in there, buddy.
That's a 15 to hit, so that misses you.
it does. Doran just lifts his shield and the club clanks off of it.
The other two hill giants at the top of the room, the northeast entrance, are going to enter, and they're coming on down. Da 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 da.
Come on,
Giants, giants fighting giants, giants.
Oh, it's the orcs' turns.
Oh, yeah. You guys might be on a rescue mission soon.
Or a burial mission.
So there are 5 orcs. They all have their great axes drawn, and they're all just going to haul ass down the ramp.
Hopefully they're not good drawers.
Doran's just he's cracking jokes here,
Making puns. He's dying.
surrounded by enemies. That seems kind of Doran, yeah.
He loves battle so much. The kids float downstream and out of the dam. Doran, you are alone now. All of your friends have left. You have 3 giants, a Schlorpy monster, and 5 orcs in the room with you. What do you do?
Hello? Is it you I'm looking for?
You got this, Doran!
What if this is the final resting place of Doran?
No,
way.
it's not.
Get in the
Disengage
water.
and run.
Doran
Yeah.
does a running cannonball.
Well, first, I want to see if these giants are going to attack you, right? So the giant, fucking swings his
Nice.
great club at you as you run away from him and just nothing but air.
I turn and duck as his club misses my head.
That's an 18 to hit you with a bite.
Actually, my armor class is a 19.
Yeah.
So he misses you. His teeth
Yes.
clang against your shield as you fucking piece out of this place.
Nice.
Cannonball into the water.
Kerplunk. And I float downstream.
As a final giant minor illusion, just shouting in giant, I just create Moog's army, just bellows out here, just to try and throw him off pace a little bit.
So as Doran comes tumbling out of the hole in this giant dam, just on the heels of the 2 surviving children farmers, the Nightstone 4 put this place at your backs.
Run away! Run away! Oh, sometimes retreat is the only option, and I feel okay about it. Thank you to our great Old One Patreon supporters, Adam Frey, Kellen Holman, and Christopher Ryan Evans, for supporting us in this crazy adventure. Lots more to come, lots more blood to be shed, and lots more fights to run away from. See you soon.
I think we should all do our best pig sounds to kind of give Justin some sound effects later.
More, guys. Come on. I'm not much I can do with
I'm a pig named Saul.
Very good.
Wilbur.
And this will make a really great song.
that. Yeah, that's all I'm going to use it for.